The Electric State by Simon Stalenhag. Pink. The Electric State, Simon Stalenhag. Oh, the Mojave Desert! Hey! Hey! That's where Fallout New Vegas is. I've been playing that stupid game. Ooh, it's got pictures. May is the time of dust. Gusts of wind rise and ebb through the haze, carrying huge sheets of dun-coloured dust that seethe. Man, my eyes are going. I'm like an old man. And rustle across the landscape. They slither across the ground, hissing among the creers. I'm not reading this. This is too confusing for me. I really struggle when words have more than 2 syllables, typically.
Really?
Yeah. Electric is pushing it for me. There's some cool art in that book, though. I saw like 2 pictures.
Crazy cool art.
Very cool. What is it? What is that book?
A movie came out on Netflix a few months ago with the same name, directed by the Russo brothers of Avengers fame. Yeah, I guess they bought the rights to that book in like 2018 or so, 2017 maybe. And yeah, they released this film, and it's an insult.
That seems to be all they make now.
Yeah.
Insults.
Yeah.
They just spit in your eyes.
So definitely don't watch the Electric State movie, but do check out the book because it's really cool and
Have you
really
read it?
Creepy. Yeah.
The whole thing?
Mm-hmm. It's not very long. It's 180 pages with
pictures.
Pictures. It's a picture book for the big boys.
I can't read books now without pictures.
I know, right? The moving pictures. The picture books.
I like it when they open and it's like a 3D picture. It like folds out.
Oh, I forgot about those. Pop-up.
Yeah, they're cool.
Pop-up book. Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. Ladies and gentlemen.
Men and women. And everything in between.
Men, women, and everything.
outside of.
And aliens.
Yeah, non-humans.
Just everyone. Everyone with ears to listen.
Everyone, and even every thing. You know? We're not just speaking to the ones this time.
Yeah, if you're a farmer, like get a speaker and put it out with the cows, with the chickens.
Yeah.
Help them lay, help them birth, or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Help them graze.
Yeah. Put a Bluetooth speaker up into the womb of a pregnant cow.
Birth speakers, birth sound, a sound bath.
Yeah. Allow them to their minds designed upon our words from before birth.
I've got a sound bath for you, look. I'm Alex, joined by Jim.
Hello.
And this is Broadcast Season 2, Episode 9. I made a big mistake last week, brother.
Uh-oh.
I'm usually quite good with like file organization and naming things and whatnot, but all of the metadata was wrong on my PC, not on the upload. So all the numbers are messed up, and I'm getting stressed. I'm getting freaked out, if I'm being honest.
That's horrible.
That's horrible, but
normally you're really well designed.
I'm normally so well designed. But before I get too lost, before I get the numbers too out of whack, gotta shout out those patrons over at the Patron that just do so much, brother. God, they do so much. They make the show an audio version possible.
They do everything.
You get that raw, unfiltered MP3 over on Patreon, ad-free.
Real.
And raw unfiltered is RAW, not rare. Although it could be both. It could be a double entendre of sorts. But that's not all. There's perk after perk after perk after perk after perk. And let's not talk about perks. Some upset some people last episode. You get your patron names read out in the first or second week of each month, which coincidentally is attached to this very episode. There are some good names in there.
Cracking names. Belters.
After Hours has been on fire, as always. We did the Snyder song reaction from some unhinged Redditor who used AI to make just the most disturbing thing you've ever heard. Have you thought about it since?
I still think it might be a real person.
with just one smack. But that's not all over there. There's the Just Know I'm an Alpha, CinemaSins Went Too Far, a Minecraft movie discussion. Well, that should be live actually by this point, but I put a pin in that for a moment. Elon Rant, Invincible Season 3, as mid as they say, Lego Death Sound matching, Will the Farter, and so much more. With that so much more also being the Jar Media group chat, where Jarlings can go over and just hop into the chat over there and
give us just one smack.
Yeah, just one. Only one. You're only allowed one.
Yeah, we can't take more than one.
Shout out to the Important Man stickers as well. I haven't been mentioning that one enough. So before, I guess I can take the pin out, because do you want to do it now? Or do you want to do it after housekeeping?
Yeah.
After housekeeping?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put the pin back in. The reveal. The responsibility you've got to come forward for. But
yeah.
Let's do some housekeeping then, where we round off conversations from the previous week. Voidwalker from the Jar Media group chat said this, a little contemplative one. What's the worst piece of advice you've ever been given? And what's the best piece of advice? I couldn't really think of any worst because I'd normally discard it, but I do have a best. Mark at Divine, just one day, just came up with this like, just great little deep thing that he said.
This doesn't surprise me.
He said something along the lines of, all the people I've known to wind up with a lot of money spent the rest of their life desperately trying to cling on to it.
Wow. Yeah, let's go, Mark. That's so sick.
So shout out to Mark.
I love that, man.
I thought that was fire. And
Yeah.
I love that I've got like a quote like attached to him. Yeah.
That's like a lyric.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Mark getting poetic over here. Does anything come to your mind? Any like piece of advice or bad or good?
I feel like I've received a lot of what I consider bad advice.
Yeah, I definitely have, but I'm struggling to like...
Yeah, it's the kind of thing
Think of
that
it
you
in
don't latch
detail.
onto.
Yeah.
But anything that's kind of the opposite to what Mark has said, you know, where it's like...
Right.
About like... I mean, I saw a thing today that was like this rich, like...
A grind setter?
stockbroker guy, like an old man, and his video is like, my friend once asked for a loan, and so I offered him some money to never talk to me again.
Oh yeah, those really cringy ones. Oh, they are the best example of the horrible advice. There's the one that's like, do you want 1 hour with Jay-Z or $1 million?
Yeah. Yeah, that type of and some people genuinely do say that kind of stuff to you, like as advice.
Yeah,
where it's like just learn to not be compassionate in any form. Learn to cut emotion from your life and just focus on numbers.
Yeah.
Like any
and you'll
of
be
that
fulfilled
type of
as
shit.
long as numbers going up.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
You will throw yourself from a very high video game balcony if
a Minecraft built balcony.
If your Minecraft balcony, if the numbers start to go down, that's a definite. But just make sure that doesn't happen. That's probably the worst advice I've received.
Darth Jar 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 ha 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 said, "Is life as good as they say?" It can be. It's probably.
Who says it's good?
It's better probably to have life than not.
That's kind of good logic, you know. Like it's either like life or nothing, you know. So you might
take
as well.
life.
Yeah.
Nohaj says the jar after hours are better than the cast recently. Compliment.
Damn.
If you're not a jar patron, you're barely a jarling now. Jar has become pay to win. I've listened to the Zack Snyder jar after hours at least 8 times, and the Minecraft one a lot. Well, the Minecraft one should be live now, and don't worry, we'll get into that shortly. James Lowe says, we don't need a Wallace and Gromit ride at Universal. We have one on the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, can't speak today, rainy day, and it is effing sick. I don't remember there being Wallace and Gromit there. We've been there multiple times.
Yeah.
Not for a long time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's an addition, but that's making me want to go back.
Yeah.
Just for the W and G.
I love getting pleasured at Pleasure Beach.
By Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
BGPM01 said, a Zoom call at work was discussing Arsenal, culminating in a colleague outing her husband as a through and through gooner.
Yeah.
I spat my coffee into the camera. Just thought you guys should know, as you've destroyed that word for me now. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
Through and through gooner.
We educate, you know? Cutting edge. We were on the cutting edge of gooning in 2020 lockdown.
We educate, we don't capitulate.
Yeah. I don't even know what that word means. I love that word. I remember it from the Jack White album.
Capitulate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always forget what it means. I always Google what it means when I hear it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I need to remember that. And then I forget what it means.
Well, speaking of meaning, we got a Spider-Man one for you here, brother.
Uh-oh.
Bacon Chicken 42 says, Spider-Man's whole thing, though, because I guess we're talking about who would win, Batman or Spider-Man, is getting absolutely demolished the first time he fights anyone, then having prep time, and then kicking their ass. How does that make you feel?
Oh, shit. Yeah, who's the first one to get prep time? I guess is the answer.
That's the coin flip, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was Spider-Man with prep time, that's OP.
But Batman with prep time is OP.
Oh, God. Boy Killer says, now do one naked, both of you. And that's coincidentally the Joe After Hours attached to this episode.
Yeah.
And that one's definitely not going live on YouTube. Not safe for work, everybody.
We can blur.
Rerun, but Mick Saladin can end this segment saying, Gears of War on PlayStation, the console war is over. Did you see that?
Is this a thing?
It was hype, then disappointing. Gears of War is coming to PlayStation 5.
Which one?
They've, for a second time, remade Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 1 only.
Ah!
So I don't know if their plans to remake each one over years and years and years.
Is the new one coming out this year?
It might have been delayed. I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, it's got to be this year.
I hope so.
It's got to be this year.
I would like it.
I'm excited for that.
Do you remember what it was called?
E-Day?
Yeah, that's it.
Emergence Day.
I don't know if it has an official release date. 2026 launch targeted, so not quite. Not quite yet.
That's bad.
Well, speaking of things that are bad, unless you have anything else to say about Gears of War 1 remake.
No, I'm just a little bit diarrhea-y.
It's so, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but because there were rumors of a Gears trilogy, MCC style thing, which I was kind of hyped by.
Yeah, I'd be down with
I would
it.
like to. One is too fresh because I played the remaster and all of that when that came out years ago. But it's 2 and 3 that I like a lot more. They're better games.
2 is a masterpiece.
I definitely need to do a little bit of split screen or something.
Yeah, if all 3 came out, I'd have to play through all 3, chronologically.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do it on the projector. You can be Dom.
Yeah. Dom's my guy. I'm sure I've said it before, but I'll say it again, and spoilers for Gears 3, but I stopped playing when Dom died. That's my canonical end, because, I'm Dom, right?
Yeah.
When he died, I died in Gears.
Fair. Yeah, fair. So how do you want to approach this, bro? You have messed up big. I guess it's time for another apology video. I need another, a YouTuber apology title for this.
Yeah. Where to even begin?
How about with lava?
I don't know what you're referencing, because...
That's the Minecraft movie.
No, I know,
Oh, I see.
How would I know?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry, you take it away.
Yeah, I guess there comes a day when every boy needs to become a man. And, I guess that day hasn't come for me, because most people experience that when they saw Jack Black shout chicken jockey in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Or la lava.
Or I.
Which you did reference in the Minecraft review. Lava.
Yeah, because I was using like this.
Come on, come clean. Be honest for once.
So, well, actually, technically, it wasn't fake. It wasn't a lie.
On a technicality.
Because a couple weeks back, I was just scrolling through YouTube Shorts, as I do, being an old man that's not like up to date with anything, and someone had uploaded the entire Minecraft movie in the form of a short.
Yeah, I've seen the same video.
Condensed into 1 minute. So I watched the Minecraft movie in 1 minute.
Yeah.
That was my entire, other than like the other memes with Chicken Jockey, and like just because people be filming that movie just in the theater. Yeah. So like I've seen a lot of the film, but all of the connecting tissue of that movie I experienced in 1 minute on a YouTube short. Some people might think it's disingenuous to review the movie
without seeing it.
Well, no, I saw it just really quickly. And my brain works faster than most, so to be fair, I've at least seen half the film.
You've seen every frame.
I've seen every frame 100%. Like, you can't deny that. Which I class as seeing the film, but maybe
right.
To fully criticize a film, some people might be upset to hear. I haven't sat and ingested the film, as it were. I had like a tablet form of the film, you know?
Condensed, compressed.
I had like a roast meal in the form of a pill.
Right. So just to clarify, in the Minecraft review we did, Jim hadn't seen the movie.
I hadn't been to theaters to see the Minecraft movie.
I had, for the record. But Jim, we thought it'd be funny if Jim would just lie and pretend. So that's going to give it a different patina. If you revisit that video now, you might notice a little clue here and there. But also at the same time, you might notice that it made no difference to...
Yeah, which also I think makes it a valid review of the film. The fact that I don't have to see it to genuinely like criticize it. I remember like...
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Even in the filming of it, I was like so confident that I didn't need to see it to have an opinion. And I guess that's true.
No one questioned anything.
Nobody said anything. So make of that what you will. You know, I'll be Jesus on the cross for this one.
If you want to,
I'll take the fall.
If you want to try and cancel Jim, go over to his Letterboxd, where he did review the movie without seeing it. You can go to the comment section there and really flame him hard like the lava from the chicken.
Yeah. I made it more believable that way, though.
Yeah,
and layers of
it went as far as when you
deception.
posted that review on Letterboxd, someone screenshot it and was like, the Chad Jim versus the Cuck Alex. Like, put it on the subreddit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because your review on Letterboxd was like, what is fun? Not allowed nowadays?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. And it was fun condensed into a minute. I thought that was funny.
Recording that review was more fun than watching the movie in cinema.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. So
I got all the fun and none of the, like...
You didn't hand over money to...
Yeah.
WB,
to Jason Momoa's production company. Why was he so attached to that film in particular?
He produced it, didn't he? Yeah. I don't know. I guess because he knew, like everybody, that it would make all the money ever. And stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess it... Has it made a bunch of money?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think I looked it up a couple of days ago and I think it passed about 800 million. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're doing extra, they call them like meme showings or something.
Mm-hmm.
They've like added like text for when a meme is on screen, so you're allowed to
get your phone out
and start just destroying the
what is it? Absolute Cinema.
Yeah.
Absolute Cinema. He was right.
He was. Again and again, he keeps being proven it.
Okay, brief sidetrack. Have you seen the new Avengers?
I have. I saw Thunderbolts.
Did you like it?
I saw it on Tuesday.
Why?
Because the marketing got me.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw
Avengers
Bucky pulling the sign off and revealing the new Avengers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Wait, what is this movie?
And everyone's like jerking it off. Everyone loves it.
It's good, bro.
Really? Fuck.
It's good.
Yo. Woo! I'm so back.
Florence Pugh's really good. Bucky's like just really cool in it. There's
Really?
an action sequence with him like halfway through that's like, this is just cool, man.
What did you think of the because that was like the coolest bit from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show was that
So I didn't see that.
the other Captain America.
Yeah.
Like he loses his mind in the show and like kills someone with Captain America's
Yeah,
shield.
I saw that clip on Twitter. That was it though.
Yeah. But like awesome character.
Right.
Really cool idea. And to see that he's in it, and Elaine from Seinfeld.
But
yeah,
even like lame characters I don't care about, like the Ant-Man 2 villain. She's like one of them.
Yeah.
But she's kind of got like cool suit and like cool powers and stuff. So
Yeah, I kind of assumed that this film was going to be a stinker just based on like the characters.
Yeah, I thought it looked
that were in
lame.
it. Like two of the main characters are from the Black Widow film, which I couldn't get past like 10 minutes of.
Really?
I found it so
And those
boring.
are the opening is the best part of that film.
Yeah, that film stinks. Because also Taskmaster's in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's meant to be
So-
like the... I think the first ever Avengers comic, the villain was Taskmaster, so...
Yeah.
For Taskmaster...
Taskmaster's in Spider-Man PS4, right?
Yeah. In a bit of a lame way, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like good. I had like a cool villain.
Who is the villain? Or is that spoilers?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of spoilers.
Yeah, I saw no advertisement for this movie, but they seem to be like throwing their full like weight behind it. They believe in this thing.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, Elaine from
Mm-hmm.
Seinfeld.
I was happy she was in the whole thing.
Yeah, I might have to actually watch this then. And bouncing off of that into more Marvel, off of what you were saying last episode, and just a bit of like guilt for not giving it a proper shot, I've been watching Daredevil.
Season 3?
Season 3.
Not the new one.
Not the new one.
I don't know if I want to watch that one. I don't know if I've seen that much good stuff about it. Not like season 3.
No, I
teaser.
saw people talking about it. I think I will watch it,
Yeah, I'll see.
but because I've been keeping up to date with most of the Marvel TV shows, apart from
Yeah, I'm so far behind. That's not happening for me.
not Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's one.
I didn't watch that one.
I didn't see Hawkeye. I didn't see the
I watched
Captain America
Hawkeye.
one.
I watched that one. But yeah, Daredevil season 3 is cool so far.
Isn't it good?
Like really,
Really awesome.
I forgot how much fun that era was.
Mm-hmm.
Those Netflix shows, like
Yeah,
especially Daredevil.
it's got that sauce.
It's got the sauce. I love how edgy he is.
Mm-hmm. I really like his connection to the Catholic Church and like
Yeah.
where that goes.
Yeah, like you don't see that that demographic portrayed in any way.
Mm.
And like his wavering faith, and like it's still like baked into him.
And you've still got stuff
But-
to learn, I think. 'Cause you're only, 4 episodes in?
Yeah.
So, like,
But
yeah.
like that whole conflict is so interesting, and the way that character's morals are like based on Catholicism.
Yeah.
Um,
And how that, like, clashes against the people he has to deal with.
yeah, but
Be
also
a
the fact
kingpin
that
or-
he's calling himself Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
like that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
self-report is like it makes that character so interesting, because like when I watched the show when I was younger, I was like, this is just weak sauce Batman, you know.
Right.
This show's cool, but it would be cooler if it was just Batman.
Right.
He stands for everything that's the same. But like, yeah, having a more mature look at
And carves
the
his
show.
own sort of identity.
Yeah, 100%.
And I like the 3 sort of main characters, him, the blonde woman, and Pugsley or whatever.
Yeah, what's his name?
She gets some good characterization.
Foggy.
Yeah, Foggy.
Yeah. I think Foggy does.
Yeah, I like him. He's a cool character.
Yeah.
Kingpin's cool. Have you got
Kingpin
the Bullseye?
is really cool. Yeah.
Bullseye's sick.
I found it a bit lame that his name is like Poindexter.
Oh, right. That's just like the comic name, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Poindexter is like you're a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been.
There's some really good action, too.
Yeah, wild.
I was trying to find his name. Yeah. Benjamin Leonard Dex Poindexter.
You know what it kind of made me hype for?
What's that?
Was an interaction between Daredevil and Spider-Man. Because that's meant to be like a really famous team up.
That's like a team up I'd actually want to see, unlike Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
And now with where No Way Home ended, there's actually like some room. Like I wish they would do that. I'd like a movie.
Well, especially with him being in No Way Home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, surely you're teasing that, right?
I hope so.
You're doing this? And
depends what happens in that show that we haven't seen.
Going beyond that, like we're going way back old school jar mode, like we're going to MCU.
Yeah.
But I want a black suit thing for Spider-Man.
Well, I guess the MCU hasn't done that.
The MCU
Like
has
Venom.
the perfect. I want them to do Venom, but they have the perfect like opportunity with the setup of their universe to have. He gets the black suit, and then he's in multiple movies with the black suit.
Oh, that would
like,
be cool.
Give him a long arc
with
with this shit. That could be genuinely so hype.
That's often the issue with it, is it's just over too quick.
Yeah, it's not given
the
enough
movies
time.
and the games.
So let it like develop, because that's how it was like originally in the comic. It was nothing like it was. You know, like Venom has.
He's his own thing now.
Yeah. In the original comics, like. He gets the black suit, basically nothing changes, it doesn't affect his personality or whatever, but like implement the personality shift, but do it over a bunch of movies, like really flesh this shit out and make the black suit like cool. It should be cool. And it can like develop through the movies and get more like
you could like go in with that
creaturey stuff.
I don't know how they can though with like the big Avengers shit they have planned and Fantastic Four and all this nonsense.
But like if Spider-Man is in those movies, just have him in the black suit. Make him be a bit like edgier. You know?
I'd be down for that.
Have him be a bit more violent, and then they could do the coolest shit. If they fumble that.
Another Venom fumble.
Yeah, because Venom's just been done dirty. Over and over again.
He should be cool and scary.
Yeah. But also have some character, you know? Because like...
Yeah, portal opens, then Tom Hardy comes out.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh. Do you have anything else to say on Daredevil Season 3? I guess you can update.
No, I'm just really liking it.
Yeah.
It feels like a real return to I don't know. I was having like flashbacks thinking about like Jessica Jones. And all that stuff. I was just like.
How quickly did the what are they called, their Avengers, the Defenders? 'Cause that's like where it opened. We referenced that last episode. How quickly does that get out of the way? It's a little bit confusing at first.
At first, for sure, like you do have to like contextualize some stuff. Like he's talking about stuff that I just haven't seen.
Yeah.
And he keeps going on about Elektra, and I remember Elektra from season 2, but she was like with him when some building collapsed in the Defenders, and like I'm piecing a bunch of shit together. Yeah. It's more overbearing than I would have liked, but now the like I can see what the through line actually is, and like what they're going for with the arc of the season. So, I mean, at least by where I'm at, I'm comfortable in that I'm not like losing context and enjoyment from not watching the Defenders.
Yeah,
I think watching the Defenders would
I love
make
Vincent
it work.
D'Onofrio in that show too. That voice he does, it's like so like weird and
I can't picture another actor doing that and making it work.
He's just that good of an actor, I think.
Yeah, and that character, he needs to be portrayed like that. Because I was thinking about other portrayals of that character, and how like corny he can be.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have the, like, Vincent D'Onofrio plays it like he's kind of an incel Sigma grind setter who's found love, and like the way he loves is so fucking intense, and it's like, yeah, this guy would go psycho and do fucking anything because he's
genuinely scary.
He's a Sigma. He's a certified Sigma.
Yeah, so I'm glad you've finally got around to that one. Speaking of things of getting around to, the penultimate arc of Andor came out yesterday. Bro,
you up to date?
I'm up to date, bro. I'm up to fucking date. It's bullshit good.
Hell yeah.
It's actually just
There's so much good TV right now.
Because at first I was like, they're not going to be able to reach the eye. They're not going to do the eye again. Because everyone loves the Kino Loy episode.
Yeah, like, classic.
From season 1. But I always liked the eye the most. I thought that was the coolest. A heist or whatever. But season 2's just like ramped everything up.
Wow.
Every 3 episodes is an arc and a time jump. So it's 3 episodes, skip a year. 3 episodes, skip a year. So there's this real like feeling of escalation.
Yeah.
And sort of like, we're running out of time. Like, so the contrast of how bad things are in that 3rd arc compared to the 1st arc. And like what that means and what the implications of it. Bro, it's so freaking good. It's so crazy good. It's like so weird how good it is. Like, it just doesn't make sense how good it is.
Fuck.
Yeah. And the way it builds on itself too is, I guess, what separates it more than the first season, where it is more like kind of jumping around a bit more in these arcs. While cool, they are more separate. But like the prison escape arc doesn't have that much to do with the heist arc.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is like, it's building on itself.
Okay. Fuck.
So,
I mean, it's going to take me a while to get back to season 2 because I want to rewatch season 1 again. So maybe after Daredevil, I'll do that.
The writing is just like, it's honestly too good for Star Wars in some way.
I mean, I felt that about season 1.
Yeah.
It's like, especially where Star Wars is now. It kind of pisses me off that it is Star Wars. It's
I know.
Like, be something
Yeah,
else.
I tweeted something like that where it's like, it's weird that the worst thing about it is the universe it's set in.
Yeah.
But it's also the only way it was made.
This is exactly what they should have done from the get-go. They should have done nothing and only this.
Yeah. If none of that other Disney stuff existed, except Andor, I think everyone would be happy.
How hype would that be?
Yeah.
How fucking hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fumbled it so hard. Because this, like, I feel like they captured everything that a Star Wars fan saw in Star Wars. We were like, this is what it could be.
Yeah.
And the, like, genuine, like, lovers of Star Wars and, like, not phony fucking hacks.
Yeah.
Made this shit. You know, like that's the voice of people that believed in it.
Yeah. So obviously,
I'm hyped.
Without spoiling anything, that last arc in particular, just the character development, bro. The look of it, the way it uses the locations, the dialogue, the like speeches people come out with, like all these random characters that just get fleshed out, and it's like, why is this random dude just like the coolest guy, or the like most evil? Or
that was the thing with season 1.
And the weird sort of like the almost like the banality of the way the Empire functions, where it's a very like you're on the edge of your seat for these like meetings of them just like talking about like bureaucracy and
see that's a core part of Star Wars. Like the Empire needs to actually feel like an empire.
Yeah, it's the best thing since the OT. Like it only enriches it that way. And seeing that slice, and it's just,
see,
so cool.
It's the Disneyfication. Because, like, I feel like people forget in the original movie, you know, like, it is goofy and stuff. It has Han Solo chasing all the stormtroopers. Then there's like 8 million through the door, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he turns around, and they chase him.
Yeah,
like that's goofy and stuff. But they also like they murder and like burn alive Luke's.
yeah. It's a farmer being radicalized by his family being burned alive.
Yeah, to like terrorist strike in Minecraft. The Death Star. Like, that's the plot of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But that, like, grit, there should be a bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the prequels don't have it. The sequels don't have it.
And even in saying that, though, the way it integrates stuff from the prequels is still good. Like,
but that's the thing. At least the prequels had Anakin Skywalker murdering children. You know, it had, like, the dark shit.
there's even, like, it doesn't spoil anything. A pod racing like reference, just stuff like that, you know. Like,
yeah, I'm in.
Because at first I was a bit arms crossed for the first arc, where like just like what can they do? Like how can they do season 1 again?
Yeah.
And you watch the first episode and it's like fine, but just that 3 episode structure just means that most one of the 3 is just going to be like the build up, like slower. Setting the scene type thing. So you're like, yeah, all right, Andor, whatever. Idiot. I'm so over Star Wars. Then you get to episode 2 and you're like, hold on. And then by the end of episode 3, you're like, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me. You got me.
No,
like, I can't stop now.
Genuinely, by the past, like, the intro of the first episode of season 1, I was like, okay, this series has me. You know, when it, like... I guess spoilers for the beginning of season 1, but like the inciting incident for this character is that he like accidentally kills someone. He accidentally kills some like government officials. Yeah,
and that through line that is like just carried on throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
Even with the time jumps and everything, that's still like relevant. And yeah, it just all makes sense. It's just such good writing. Like, shout out to Tony Gilroy and his brother, bro. Like,
yeah,
holy fuck.
Let's go the Gills.
Yeah. And I got to shout out the Cyril Khan. I think he might be the best character.
Oh, is he the he's dork? Like,
yeah,
I remember him. Yeah, I was quite excited to where his story was going.
His arc is nuts. It's so good. But like choosing a favorite is tough too. So. Yeah, I'm so happy that it's working
exciting.
out, and there's still one more arc to go. And it's like, what are you even gonna do? Like, yeah, I'm hype.
Let's go.
It's nice to have like a little flash of like, oh yeah, I did like this for like a reason. Once upon a time.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Star Wars and MCU.
I know.
How's Halo doing these days?
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. They just re-added. Sniper bullets bouncing, ricocheting.
Was that not in the game?
It wasn't in Infinite.
Wow. Infinite fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That game's dog ass.
I don't know why anyone would play it at this point. I feel so sorry for the Halo YouTubers I like watch and listen to their shit, and I'm like, God, you need a new game bad, huh? Oh well.
You ain't getting shit.
No. A Halo 1 remake, maybe. That's my bet. I've got a bet with Adam about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Adam like Halo?
He loves Halo.
Okay, good. Genuinely, Helldivers is my new Halo.
I know, they should have done it.
No, because if they did it would be fucking sick.
Yeah,
it would be shit.
Yeah.
But like, Helldivers, I mean, we've got like a 12-hour conversation about it, but it's the gift that keeps on giving, baby.
And we have some more gifts after these messages.
Yeah. Oh, hold on there. You cannot go back there by yourself.
Yeah. Welcome to the second half of the JARCast, or the Brocast. What do you call it nowadays? Your mom?
The chart?
Where we answer questions from the subreddit. the suggestion thread over on r/JARmedia, not r/FNAF, although you are welcome to go and visit and peruse over there as much as you like. It's very active.
For a little holiday.
For a little holiday of
or
sorts.
5 nights or something.
If you got this far into the episode, comment, what a twist.
Do you come up with those on the spot? Or do you like prepare them in advance?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
To be fair. Why do you think they're too put together for...
Well, no, sometimes you're like, if you made it this far, go... in the comments.
Well, that one I actually did write down. Yeah. So Senecdocky239 can get us going here. What do you think of Christmas in July? It started as a way for people in the southern hemisphere to celebrate Christmas during their winter, and over time it caught on elsewhere as a fun excuse to enjoy holiday traditions in the middle of summer, things like decorations, gift exchanges, or theme parties. I ask because July is in a few months, and you guys still haven't talked about Red One. Might be a good time to finally watch and discuss it on Is Red One as awesome as they say?
J.K. Simmons kills in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
The sex scene with The Rock and J.K. Simmons had me hard for days.
Is Ryan Reynolds in it?
I don't think so.
It's Chris Evans.
Is it? Fuck. He's in some dog shit, that Chris Evans.
Lucy Liu.
He needs to just be Captain America again. Like, stop trying to be in other films because they all fucking suck. Apart from the detective one, that was good. I'd say bring back the solstices.
Summer solstice?
Summer solstice, winter solstice. And you get 2 a year. Like, let's
but
just
where we
do
are
that.
in the country in the UK, the summer solstice is celebrated at Avebury.
Yeah, but like do a big fat roast. And presents.
I mean, like,
Do a big
one of
roast
my
and
favorite
presents.
meals is a roast dinner. I don't know if that's boring or basic, but like a good one is like, holy moly.
I feel like Americans don't know about a roast dinner like that.
I mean, like, they have Thanksgiving. It's the same principle.
It's not. I've had a Thanksgiving. It's not.
What's different?
It's
More
less
excessive.
funny.
That's funny.
No, it's more funny.
It's definitely more funny because they go so extra for it.
Yeah. But it's different. It's not like Yorkshire pudding isn't a thing. Stuffing is totally different.
Really? Sweeter.
Yeah. The vegetables are different. Because, like, I mean, when you think about, like, where we are on the planet, it's just, like, a different place. We grow different things.
Yeah,
you know, our vegetable choice is,
we got taters, we got carrots, we got parsnips.
Parsnips fucking suck.
I love parsnips. They're the best part.
They're the worst bit.
They're the best
They're the
part. Honey
worst bit.
roasted parsnips are actually...
Honey roast anything is, like, gonna be alright. At the least, it's gonna be decent.
Oh, bro, you're making me hungry right now.
No, parsnips.
I love roast.
Because
that was like the Sunday roast. It's like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I don't do that personally, but I'm happy that many do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do fairly regularly. And
You
it's
just
cool.
can't go wrong.
I like it, yeah. Yeah. I love it, in fact.
Oh, Nana makes a fire nut roast.
Yeah, she does. And she doesn't even know what being a vegetarian, like, means. It's a concept she can't wrap her head around. She's like, so if you're a vegetarian, can you still eat pork?
Yeah.
You just can't have chicken or beef, right? The 3 meats.
No, but I'm in favor with, especially those in the southern hemisphere. It's weird that, like, you know, we hear from our family on the other side of the planet in Australia and New Zealand who
And they're Christmasing in summer.
they have a barbecue on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because it's
But I mean,
the dead
like,
of summer.
yeah. Like, summer solstice, winter solstice.
I'd quite like to experience that, though, just for the novelty of it. Because, like, we did a Spanish Christmas that one time, and that was, like, a cool novelty.
I still have no memory of this. I swear
It's weird.
I wasn't there.
It did happen.
Yeah, but
we
I
have a
wasn't
Spanish
there.
auntie. They hosted it for Christmas.
I know. I wasn't there.
There were, like, stuffed peppers and, like...
I don't know where I was, but I wasn't
You were
there.
definitely there. You're 100% there. But I brought it up this last Christmas, and even, like... Lithia, like, couldn't remember. It was like, I swear it
hilarious.
happened.
Dude, I was not there. No, I know it's happened because Dad talked about it,
Yeah.
but I was not there. I swear to God,
You were definitely there, brother.
dude. So weird.
Yeah, because I brought it up to my cousin as well, and he was like, "Oh yeah," but no one could remember the exact year. It was like a weird like loss.
How old were you?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Guesstimate.
I must have been a young teenager.
Right.
So I don't know, brother.
Yeah, I've got zero memory.
Well, speaking of not knowing, GH Rocker says, considering you're both not fathers that we know of, what advice would you give to someone who's just become a dad regarding raising their child? Is there anything you see nowadays that makes you think, I want my kid doing that, or vice versa? Truly entered the unknown here, and I'm ready for the ride, but I'm very curious on any insight you have. Game on and bear to the bear, please.
Force them to be good at something.
Force them to be good at something.
Yeah. That's what I say. That's my plan if I ever have an accident.
But like, would it be like the thing? Would you live vicariously through them?
Yeah.
Or like just objectively analyze their behavior and the things they like, and then push them, nudge them in the direction?
It's nothing about them.
All right.
I'm morphing.
I want to be captain of the baseball team, dude. You're gonna be.
Yeah. You're going to be the next Captain America. We're going to have a British actor play Captain America next. It's all I care about. Therefore, it's all you care about.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there is that sort of trend, it looks like, where the more sort of controlling and bossy a parent is, then the more
of a perimeter you create.
Yeah. Around the child, a perimeter create if you're going to be that kind of parent, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas maybe if you're a bit more laissez-faire or just like emotionally open and honest and engaged.
Yeah.
Then maybe
I don't know. I feel like I flip-flop on the concept a lot.
You should let them be what they want to be, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't also teach like discipline and want success for them or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like it has to be on their terms as far as like who they are as a person, what they're capable of, what they're interested in.
Yeah, kind of.
But you also can't be so hands-off that you just like are borderline
You introduce them to cat. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't not care.
Yeah, for sure. Like, be invested, but also like I feel like kids they're so receptive to like positive and negative
Just little sponges.
Yeah, that like if you put like something in front of them and you show them that their interaction with that thing is positive,
yeah,
then they're more likely to do that thing.
And they're definitely like more perceptive than you might think, or a lot of people think.
Yeah, I think yeah, like you say, sponges.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are sponges.
They're learning.
There was a study.
Role models.
There was a study I learned about recently that was like that it was kids and then like in the room with them. So the kids were being studied, their reactions, and in the room was like people just interacting calmly and normally compared to adults that were like standoffish and kind of like arguing, and there was like a intentional physical like tension in the air, and the way the kids like interacted with the toys in front of them or whatever it was, they were more like cautious. If there was shit going on, tension in the air, like they would police themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't do shit.
Assuming kids are dumb is a big mistake.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, well, they don't understand like what we're talking about, so we can like yell and argue about a thing. They're like, they're probably more emotionally in tune with themselves than you are as an adult. Like, that shit's been beaten out of you.
Yeah, that's pushed way down low.
Yeah, to be socialized, like, get that shit out of there.
Yeah. I would say, as far as the part of, is there anything you see nowadays that makes you think, I want my kid doing that? I have an opposite of, I know what I definitely would not want my kid doing. Like iPad parenting. Like, it does bug me when you're like in a restaurant and you see a 6-year-old just on an iPad for the entire time. They're like sad.
Yeah, sad. I think I'd criticize and like judge the making of like TikToks and shit as well.
The making of?
Yeah. At least at like young ages. It's
like allowing them to use it, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a big thing. Is like you got to be engaged with that.
Yeah, but you also can't just be like, "Hey, you don't do that," and then you like don't engage with them whatsoever. Like,
you need to explain why. What are the risks? What are the?
But we're also two people who have never had kids, so the question's a little bit silly.
Oh yeah.
Do
obviously.
you guys who haven't had kids have any advice for me who's just had a kid? It's like, can you give us advice?
Yeah.
You're gonna know way more than us very soon, if not now.
Tabla Bob says, Bear Gents, you fellas seem to be the right age and from the right circles to have been familiar with Machinima back in the glory days of Halo 3 and Reach. I was wondering if you'd ever watched any Arby and the Chief. I was a huge fan in my early teens, all the way to the end of its original run. Aside from finding it really funny, I remember there being some genuinely quite moving moments later on, as well as the show being absolutely on the pulse of underground internet culture at the time, and somewhat prescient of how online discourse would evolve in the ensuing 15 or so years. I'd even say it educated and protected me from falling into dangerous online situations as a kid, at a time when online safety advice for children was still miles behind the curve. That's kind of just what we're talking about constantly. During a nostalgic rewatch of the first few seasons a couple of years ago, I was delighted to find out that I actually still enjoyed a fair bit of it, despite the abundant, long-since dead memes and the inescapable homophobic and ableist slurs that dominated online discourse back in the day, which, in fairness, are still mostly painted as wrong in the series. Some of the running dialogue jokes are great, and the haphazard puppeteering is hilarious. It also has an independent, cobbled-together vibe that's no longer present in most online media, all the way down to the charming, wobbly 240p audio. My fun stopped when I discovered that the show's creator, John Graham, has since seemingly fallen down the alt-right manosphere anti-woke rabbit hole, and at that time was involved in a film podcast with some reactionary grifters I've seen generally being mean-spirited online elsewhere. To be clear, I don't know what he said or what he's done in that lane, and I didn't look into it, so I could be tarnishing happy memories further. So I don't have specific examples to say he's a horrible person or whatever. Still, as a kid, I looked up to this guy, and he seemed pretty level-headed, so to find him involved with these people is a real letdown. I guess I have two questions off the back of this. Firstly, were either of you a fan of the show or other Machinima series, and if so, do you have any favourite moments? Secondly, how do you think someone who was once able to identify and satirize toxic aspects of online culture can fall into perpetuating those toxic aspects themselves over time? Thanks for being funny little guys and brightening up the lives of jarlings across the globe. Poo on pooers. I will say it's interesting to assign him such a strong label but also have no examples. And I did do some searching to see if there were any obvious examples. Like, you go to Marty O'Donnell's Twitter and it's like, okay, fucking hell, this is obvious where this guy has gone. I went on this dude's Twitter and I was seeing anti-Trump tariff tweets and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't know this dude. I don't know if it's fair to brandish this on him or what
about Marty O'Donnell? What's he?
Oh, do you not know about this? No. He's a full
Is he conspiracy theorist?
I don't know if conspiracy theorist is the right word. More just ultra Republican,
right?
He put a really cringy picture up of him drinking from a mug that said what was it, woke tears or something like that.
Right.
That kind of thing. When I say that, you can assume what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Weirdly, I was never a fan of Arby and the Chief. It never really did it for me. But I was gonna say it kind of gave me that vibe.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Like, in hindsight, like me thinking about it now, I don't know why, but I feel like there is crossover there.
Yeah, I don't know. I would not feel confident to assign a strong labeling like that to this dude.
No, I'm talking pure vibes.
Right. Because I watched a couple episodes of it, like, back in the day.
It might genuinely just be that era of the internet.
Yeah. I was way more into Red vs. Blue. That was my, like, and Rooster Teeth. And
yeah, I was never really into any of it.
I liked a lot of Machinima stuff.
I definitely watched a bunch of Machinima stuff, but it was never like I'm tuning in to the new episode of Red vs. Blue and stuff. Like, it just wasn't really my thing.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe if someone else has some evidence that they could show me, then maybe I would change my mind, but for now I don't have any strong opinions as far as he's gone down the pipe or whatever.
Right.
But do you remember Sanity Not Included?
Yeah, that's the guy who's with Oni, right?
Yeah,
I guess
I liked that a lot because it had animation in it.
Yeah.
As well as like gameplay stuff.
Yeah, and I guess that group of early YouTube Machinima, what was it, Newgrounds?
Yeah, they were separate, but there was Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Machinima's
that was more my shit. I loved like Egoraptor, Harry Partridge.
Partridge, yeah.
Funny shit.
Amazing animation.
Oni, obviously. Psychic Pebbles, who now has like a full-on TV show. Yeah, I loved that stuff.
I loved on Newgrounds. There was this ongoing series. It was like Mario and Sonic. The
2D.
They were like
it
sprites.
Looked like gameplay. Yeah, the sprites.
It was like a sprite animation series.
Yeah, I remember being. Yeah, I was hooked on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. That was kind of like edgy, like serious.
So there is a little
just
bit
right.
Yeah. There are little like Sonic opportunities. Like the door started opening for me.
Yeah.
Am I a Sonic fan? And then the door slammed shut, like before it could be cemented in any real way, you know? I was mostly there for Luigi.
Yeah, I'm always there for Luigi. For real. Speaking of fuck, when Mario Kart.
Yee!
That new Mario Kart, man, looks fucking so good.
Funky Boy Fresh has an interesting one. Hello, boys.
Hello.
I live in university accommodation, and my nearest toilet is up a small flight of stairs. There's a key design flaw by which the space a few centimeters above the toilet seat is highly visible through the vent at the bottom of the door when walking up the stairs. This is something which I've learned to tune out after a while. Last week, I was walking up these stairs only to accidentally look up to see my new flatmate perched on the toilet like Spider-Man, except naked and perfectly aligned with the vent that I ended up seeing his cock, balls, and poo-dripping anus. And there's a picture. So I also have to go up these stairs to get to my bedroom, so this is unfortunately something I've had to put up with in my peripheral vision every time I wanted to go to my room. My question, should I confront him on stopping this? It feels wrong to correct him on bathroom habits that I shouldn't have to see in the first place, but at the same time I feel uncomfortable having to walk up a set of stairs with my eyes closed just to avoid seeing the sight. I can't believe I'd never considered that before, that like, I guess that's an option? You could like perch like Spider-Man on the bog?
But also like...
I'm sorry you had to see that, bro.
I don't know, I feel like there's worse ways to poop.
But then my mind, as soon as I read this, I was like, yeah, is Spider-Man like... Is he like a bird? where like he's just flying around New York, like just shitting and pissing, like, and it's just falling.
Yeah, where does he poop?
Like as he's in the air, he like uses his free hand to just pull the pants down. And he just lets them out and then keeps swinging.
Yeah.
You know, he just whips his dick out and just pisses as he's, and it goes like all over his. But like he doesn't have time to like.
Yeah. He's high tech though.
Oh, so he's got.
He could have a
like,
diaper.
Spider diaper.
Spider diaper. Yeah.
Warning: your spider diaper is full. I don't know what you should. I don't think you should confront him though. You saw something you shouldn't have seen. Maybe, if
but
you,
also
like,
it's not his fault that he saw it.
And you don't know what he was going through. Like, what if it was just like he'd been in there for an hour and he's had like food poisoning and he was at the perching stage?
Yeah. Well, no, the implication from this comment is that like every time he's on these stairs, he's seeing this. Every time.
Yeah. I think you take that. That's one of those take it to the grave like things. So you do not let this person know.
Yeah.
You'll humiliate him.
Yeah.
And he's like
and pooping like that is fine.
It's like it's probably more natural than sitting on a toilet.
It definitely. And this isn't like a like me admitting that I do that. I wish I could do that. I've
never done that. I've never thought to do that, but
my hip would cramp up if I did.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I could.
And I don't want to be like touching the ceramic and stuff. Like, do you use your like bare feet, your toes, and like hook them over as like a bird?
More like what's the bird from Spider-Man?
Vulture,
that's it. I was gonna say the Falcon, but that's Captain America. Yeah, the vulture. But if I could, I would. I wish I could do that. I wish I could squat, but I can't.
Yeah. So I would say just back off.
Live and let live.
Yeah.
Live and let love.
Yeah. Spider-Man poo love.
Spider-Man loves poop.
Sunken Cost Fallacy Jar says, Bear Square boys, Alex. Thoughts on the Destiny Star Wars crossover? Is this too much? Also unrelated, but shout out to the Jarling Corin I met at Urban Outfitters the other day. If you're watching, that's cool. How did you like identify each other?
Yeah, what the heck? What's the dog whistle?
Yeah. Yeah, so there was on the same, in mere hours apart of the GTA trailer, there was a Destiny reveal stream for the next 2 expansions. Right? The first one, they're going to Kepler.
They're going to what?
They're going into an Oort cloud and going to Kepler.
Oh, okay.
But more importantly, the other expansion they teased is Star Wars. They're going full like Fortnite, it seems. They were trying to like
Star Wars is in Fortnite. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen that. Like Darth Jar Jar's in there.
Yeah. Just checking.
But that like makes sense. That is what Fortnite is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But also it's like, wow, Star Wars has fallen.
Yeah.
But when you see the fucking Darth Vader with like the Japanese, like he's like a samurai. And I know like his armor's inspired by samurai shit, but like Darth Vader samurai.
Is that a thing in Fortnite?
Yeah, it's in the trailer. It's fucking weird.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen that trailer. But all it really showed, it didn't show any gameplay or anything, but it showed like, we're doing an expansion in Destiny and it's gonna be based on the bounty hunter desert scariness, just like Star Wars. And there's like the Lucasfilm logo and like the music has the little twings and twangs, and like they've added skins for General Grievous and Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, and it's like, oh my god.
It's so lame because like, sorry to bring up Helldivers again, but a bunch of people were making comparisons to like Boba Fett when the cowboy stuff came out.
Right, yeah.
And because the jetpack where you float and you've got like the flamethrowers and stuff, and the like. But Boba Fett was inspired by like cowboy shit.
Yeah.
Which was inspired by samurai shit, which inspired Star Wars.
That's exactly what I was about to say too.
Like you're it's cool when Helldivers does a cowboy thing because they're doing a cowboy thing. Right. And there's crossover there because Star Wars had also had cowboy inspiration. You know, it's not cool when it's like, this thing was inspired by samurai and cowboy stuff, and then we're just taking
It's
that.
literally...
We're
Yeah,
just putting
because
that in
that was
again.
what was cool and alluring to me about Destiny 1 to begin with, was that
Yeah.
clearly Star Wars DNA was in there, as
Yeah,
well
yeah.
as other things, a bit of anime, a bit
Yeah,
of this, a bit of that.
Halo, obviously.
Yeah, a bit of
like-
Halo, but making it that literal. We'll see as far as that goes, but that is like a real...
It's
is that like a
fucking
jumping the shark?
lazy.
It's lame. It's lazy.
It's so lame. It's,
and
yeah, it's IP over everything. It's like this.
yeah. Because it just sells things. Like there's another series that people are freaking out about. Magic the Gathering, I think, is doing like a similar thing where it's like, oh, now it's just Marvel or whatever.
Yeah.
Lame. And if you want to see, on IHE TV, I did like a reaction to the stream, and I was making Star Wars jokes throughout and had no idea it was coming. Because there's like, in the first expansion, there's like Elixni jetpacks like flying around. And I was like, they fly now! And then like, it's revealed at a certain point that like a Star Wars expansion is coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
So fucking
Oh,
lame.
so lame. Scottish Scum says, I've never had a McDonald's in my life. Whenever this comes up, people treat me like a freak. My question is, is McDonald's an experience everyone should have at least once? Or should I choose better food to clog my arteries with? Cheers, mingers.
Just film yourself trying it for the first time and you'll get like 1 million.
Yeah. I'd say good on you and just keep it that way. Like, you're not missing anything. Okay, maybe you're missing a little something.
Just get a fucking Big Mac and call it.
Nah, Big
call
Macs
it
suck.
quits. No.
Big Macs
I had a
suck.
Burger King the other day and it was kind of fresh.
A freshly made Whopper.
It was a triple fucking barbecue Big
Yeah.
Mac stack.
Nah, Burger King can be good.
Yeah, but Burger
but
King
it's
is
so,
either
like, variable though.
Yeah, it either is. I had like a chicken sandwich from there that had like a big bone in it.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, nah, never again, never going Burger King again. And then like a year and a half goes by, and I'm chomping down on a triple cheesy stack. But yeah, it was nice. It was barbecuey and fresh.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Cheese, baby.
cheese, baby.
Cheeses, baby.
I love cheese.
How about we end this episode with this one from the British Cyborg? Bear boys.
Bear.
Space Autist Jarling here. I
Nice.
appreciate the discussion around space tourism on the recent casts, and the comment from another Jarling about their NASA experience. I'd like to play devil's advocate with the whole space tourism discussion. It used to be the case that NASA would contract different companies to build boutique launch vehicles suited to a specific set of needs. The Space Shuttle and Saturn V are good examples of this. This is extortionately expensive to do, and unfortunately the US government is typically unwilling to fund NASA for political reasons. This left NASA without its own launch vehicle after the shuttle was retired in 2011. The Constellation program was pitched to Congress as a cheap way to put astronauts into space using leftover shuttle hardware, but this was cancelled by the Obama administration. Many other programs have faced the chopping block due to launch vehicle production costs. Currently, it's looking like the Artemis program may face a similar fate. Budget constraints are also a reason why NASA always seems to push for SDLVs, shuttle-derived launch vehicles, such as Constellation and Artemis. They are advertised to politicians as a cheaper way to develop new launch hardware from leftover shuttle tech. This is why things like landing rocket stages have been left to companies like SpaceX. Where NASA has succeeded consistently is building space science infrastructure, rovers, probes, space telescopes, etc. By contracting SpaceX, Blue Origin or other companies, the development costs of building these launch vehicles can be largely eaten by these companies, leaving NASA to do what they do best. Space tourism offers a way for these companies to generate revenue outside of NASA contracts, and so these new technologically superior launch vehicles can be developed outside of whims of the US government and their budget cuts. I'm extremely sympathetic to the argument that Jim made about these rich people being insufferable. It's eternally frustrating to me that they give space travel a bad rap. It also doesn't help that these CEOs are also unbearable. But I try to remember there are many amazing, intelligent and driven people working at these companies who want to push humanity forward. Hopefully this is interesting for you. I think that's
wrong.
That was quite interesting, actually.
I think my main contention is like why are budget cuts being implemented? Why does NASA have less money? You know, why can NASA not afford to send shit to the moon?
Because space hope is like dead.
It's because the rich assholes have more money.
Mm-hmm.
They own like a larger stake in like the GDP.
I saw it was like a video of on NASA's TikTok, a video from Mars, and it's the most incredible thing you've ever seen.
It's fucking unbelievable. When you think they've managed to do this stuff with less money than SpaceX, with less money than Jeffy Bezos sending Katy Perry to the fucking the nether realm, like I resent that. Like the idea that we necessarily have to make a market for it to have any kind of space viability. It's horse shit. You know, it's just deepening the neoliberal like lie that like the reason NASA has less money is because it's part of the government. You know, SpaceX isn't part of the government, but it gets huge amounts of money from the government. So when they send rockets to like go up and come back down and blow up, and it's a big fuck up, and they do that over and over until they get it right, they can do that because there's not like a linear line of, oh, this is my tax dollar going to thing blowing up.
Yeah.
Whereas when NASA does it, it's like, well, but why are they fucking wasting all of our money? You know, like they've been allowed to just get away with this shit, and like, what's the result? We get celebrities going into space. Like, I'm fine with there being like a limit on who gets to go to space. I just don't think that limit should be like necessarily financial. I think it should be intellect and like physical capacity.
Right. Or if you've got your ticket to Elysium that SpaceX are
Yeah,
building.
I mean that's obviously
we need the Elysium program.
yeah. My heart goes out to Elysium.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about NASA or space, so I don't really have much to add, to be honest.
I mean, I appreciate positivity and stuff. It's just maybe if the scumbags had less money, we would have more money to put into discovery, you know, the actual science part of it.
Yeah.
Not the...
Especially when, like, NASA's, an American thing. When you look at how much they spend on, like, the military and whatnot, it's like, man, just a fraction of a fraction.
Yeah.
Just for the name of, like, exploration and science and hope.
It's something, and, like, he gets a lot of flack, but Neil deGrasse Tyson often goes into, like, your tax dollar, the amount that goes to NASA, if you were to cut it off with scissors, you wouldn't even, like, get into the, like, main part of the bill.
Yeah.
Like, they're given so little money, and what they are able to do with that.
But this space stuff is the only reason we have, like, mobile phones, the only reason we have, like, Google Maps, and, like, that is just a technology we can use, and it's incredible. You can just, like, look at high-res images of the entire Earth, and...
Yeah, but the second it stops being, like, big moments,
Uh-huh.
then we lose interest, and it's like, well, why are we giving money to them? And if you hear like an abstract number, like it's 500 million, I've got no idea what
Yeah, the actual number.
the actual number is, but like you hear a big number and it's like, Jesus, that's a lot of money. What's that doing for me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but whereas like, how much is actually going to SpaceX? How much is going to fucking Tesla? Under the table type fucking horse shit, and Bezos sending again Katy Perry up there. It's lame.
Lame.
Cringe.
/ cool.
A bit cool. I mean, if it was me going up there, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. If I had enough money to do it,
Yeah,
would be
that
fine.
Bezos. Send Jar up there. The Jar rocket.
Yeah. He just blow that shit.
Yeah.
That'd be a tax write-off right there.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
2 dorky British dudes died in a cock rocket explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're done here, brother.
Do you think?
I think, because it's time for us to watch the GTA trailer, which we probably can't put on YouTube because there's that cool 80s song in there that we'll probably get ba-dinged. So,
Ba-ding. Yeah. Hello. Say something funny.
what's up, Meal? You're in my zone.
Sit on her.
You're in my zone, Meal.
She's like, fine. This is how it is. If this is how it ends.
She likes it when she's on you and you like act like
Yeah.
a blanket.
Yeah, she loves being squished. She's what's that weird like that's got to be like a fetish, right? Like being crushed.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I know people are into like giant.
Inflation. That's on my mind because you know the start of Harry Potter 3.
Yeah.
The Lego set has just been like announced for
Oh,
it, and
okay.
there's a figure of her inflated. Which
Yeah,
looks really
that's getting
funny.
hot glued.
Yeah, you're right. The giantess thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably from shit like Monsters vs Aliens. Do you remember? And like all this
mean,
animated stuff, like
yeah.
and Totally Spies, I think, did a similar thing.
Yeah, I remember you talking about Totally Spies, and I was like, huh?
Did you never watch it?
No.
That's French.
It was like a French, yeah.
French perverts at it again.
Yeah. They're just French at it again.
Yeah.
Like, there's no difference.
True. I suppose I can give you that because I've got it on the laptop.
Oh, okay. I'm an iPad kind of guy.
If you want to.
Are you doing number 1? You are, aren't you?
Yeah, I was
You got
going
Tails,
first, right?
yeah.
I said Tails. Tails, my favorite character.
I always go for Tails.
Okay. Do you want to intro the patron segment?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Patreon bit where we go over everybody's funny names and we say them aloud, like a confession in the Pope's Vatican Church.
Oh, sensitive times, brother.
I mean,
Sensile, man.
may he rest in peace. He was a belter of a pope.
Yeah. I kind of wish I was Catholic because I do dig that. You know? I think that's fire.
Yeah, when there's like an intense moment.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Well, like you want a bit of luck on your side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're at like Vegas
Yeah.
doing the roulette.
Yeah. I love it, baby.
It's kind of cool.
But not as much as I love these patrons for May 2025. So big thanks to Coochman, Goblin Aura, Renomized RFC Raymer. Oh yeah, we said about like make it.
God.
Yes.
Oh no.
Darth Jar 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 ha 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 ha. Matthew Mazzoni, Aaron 117, Rutro Raggy Ruby Doo has taken the pups. La Pickle, Samuel Loro, Mimiori, Heebs Boy, James Cause the Third Impact, Jimmy Forsman, Reeting, Aruga, Rithro, Runny Rusted, Mandem Neil, Voidwalker, Curly Louie, the Portuguese gamer. Geezer, sorry. Sorry to
Freudian slip.
misgender you there. Loopy Wirt, Man Boy, Liam Bedford, Eating Dobby's Gina at Gobby's Diner. Let me try that again. Eating Dobby's Gina at Gobby's Diner. Lucky, Bowl, Cool Man Chew, the gooeyest of all, Hemorrhoid Rage, Candler, Dayface, the Sonic fan Jarling, Sonic is a thing, Abel Lennon, Ramirez Rural, Hambroski, Ali Motamed, Tom J, Phoenix Blackfeather, Minecraft, Gingaloid, James Even, Rawmol, Ralix Riz Raw Rather Reeking, Rees Rom Ron, Re Ravru, Re Rare Rory Raw Accepting Raw Rue Identity Raz, Slime on the Boat Eating Goats. Hi, I'm Paul, Sebastian, Oscar, the Omega, the original Manx Mighty, Bubbles Pony 1, Josh Tennant, Toby Reed, James, the second Singaporean, Jarling, Scoop, Rook Out Wrong, it's Rod Rilla, Ringo Ree Hee Hee, Suckingham Phallus, Cumbria Strong, Black Man Crying Stock Photo, Hurt Bawling Disturb. What? Innocent Weirdo. Wow, that is one menacing penguin. I'd love to see him take on the penguins from Madagascar. The sea is all I know. Venomized Will the Farter. Yeah. Oh man, that's the most hyped thing I've heard in
that's
years.
premium.
SKJ Kara, Joe Jackson, Gurjoth Basra, Yawn Mower, Zach Nordquist, Jeffrey Alzaraf, Ooey Gooey Fridays, The Fascist Jarling, Jarfield Loves Mondays, Louis, or Lewis, Grail. Oh god, I'm not even going to read this one. Backfire, Relevized Rattle, Windar, Riley Cosmia, Jessica McLean. That's a cool one. Jessica Jones, inspired clearly. It's Only Moz, Dobby's Dirty Nappy, Hendrik Carlson, Rosef Randerson Radio Rame Renalysis, Joseph, L. Norden, the other Finnish Jarling, Aljaminiween fan, Odious,
Well read.
Aerial Codfish, Dead Goku Sonic Pool. Are you username Ladiesman217? Are you username Ladiesman217? Brodo Radins, Ing I Bo Bat I Ing I Ob Woo. Nen Noodles. Full of poo and wee, but with no diaper. Versberg Jarling. AJ Simeons. Hello, I am NBA superstar LeBron James and I need your help. The evil goon squad are back and looking to take my babies away. GVN GNDZ. Welcome to Mythbusters. Can you milk a marmot? Sloinky. And that's it for the Patreon names this week. Thank you all for supporting the show and keep Patreoning on. Rosef Randerson Radio Rame Ararisis. Let's deal with them. Foof. Does this trolley make us to Charlie? Take us to Charlie. Rever Rudren like Rish. Rom, bro. Well, that might be the winner so far. Dill. Name so 6, you say it 6. Wow. Zodiac Ratman, 2 lefts, 1 right.
Wait.
Huh?
Dill. Name so sick, you say it's 6 is only written.
He's done it 5.
It's only written 5. Sorry to interrupt.
Why are you doing that, bro? Zodiac Ratman, 2 lefts, 1 right, and 3 fourth-dimensional time shifts. The other patrons I sub to are for femboy porn. Woke Didrik. Kneebone is the name, Kneebone is the game. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Dobby's Gina Day. Big Bore. Cleo the Minge Muncher. Chimera. Yobby Snobby Corn on the Cobby. In the Dimension. Magic Conch Shell. You mean like this? Or lol. Cyber Wire Sketch. Effie Loves Autumn. She's my fiance now too. Lesbian Alert. Lowry Morstan. And I guess I'll do this last one. Last but not least, James Roussel. Oops.
Nice. Gorgeous. Lots of beautiful names in there. And thank you to all of those that came before and all of those yet to come, being Autumn Loves Effie, I Be Smooching Her Hard, beep that. Weeklyvoyager.com. Relon Rusk Riz a Ruck.
I have no clue what they're saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I love it. Dibble Frenzy. Nardbro the Human Cigarette. Kid Cannabis. Rava Ricken. Revs a Rava Ricken. Yeah, Ritz Rusty Israel. Ooh, Ramarita. Now you're ringing the rel.
Rava.
Frizz-K. Vin Diesel is the best Beetle, don't at me. Meow meow meow. I sure do love me some milk on a Monday afternoon. Jesus. Five foy foon fime fresh fazbear. Fansfi the fox. Fier fi fuv fem fezos fezos or something. I worked out how to cancel my subscription. I am Chicken Jockey. Murdo Wallace, Rio Rube, Kiki La Foy out now, Pear Bond Baby Yoda Baby Groot Baby James's dad, Bottomless Pit Rising, Ross Meat and Rihanna Meat and Reen Meat and Riga Meat and Ran Meat Sausage Yamai, Quetzal Coatless Northrop, Only Singaporean Jarling, Wyatt brackets Sergeant Pepper's Mandatory Stim Camp Band, Pussy Grips is online. If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet. Yo, there's kids in here who don't learn like that. My name Jeff. I've never spoken to Gru, but I know he hates you. Kebab level clinker. It's 10H, okay? Oh, I'm bloody sorry. Stupid and angry. Silly, silly Jessica C. PSP. Fuck off, Regis. Has anyone seen my dogs Smackhead and Nasty Ninch? They were last seen at the Magic Roundabout with James's dad. Apples are nice. Saishin. Finn Arthurs. Ruffalo Rock Round Rintu. Ropeless Ratrion Regment's Ras.
Whoa.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your fleshlight. Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my sex toy full of sperm. Spam that. Scribble. Splink. Barnyard Ben. Levi. Around the slugs a poultry. Dr. Deluxe Shabangi. Neo T. Resident Evangelion Scholar. Dobby the House MILF. Rel. Like a Dobby Infinite Gina. Buzz buzz, I am a bee, buzz buzz. Busy little bee, buzz. Pip pop poi, my bussy is stinking for boys. Venomized Rico O'Brien. Krill Muncher, Unwashed Reptile, Moonlight, Lagoon 22, Simsy, N3 Boolazar. I promised you 1,000-year goon sesh guided by compassion. Fapping and clapping, it's happening. Lapping up sap that have splat on the mat and the substance is masculine. Travis King. Several gay rats in a trench coat. Mila House MD Yao Lover. Emilio Bergueno. Jarling who pays 9,250 tuition for YouTube lectures. Lol idiot aka May. The Trail Wee Banana. Grant Connor. Rhymy Rill. Rail these lines in a flash. Not going ape shit, I'm going grotty. Whipping around through the streets. Roof down like I'm naughty. Scrumpy Munchin. Sketch Screen. Avi Munt. Venomized Kino Loy. Callum J. Quick. Gebby of the Boreal Valley. Ganja Satellite. Ganja Satellite's cooler older brother. Tony Oswalt. Daniel Champion. Luma Limpson and Lart Limpson and Large. Slums Mackenzie, the original party worm. Wimmy Wham Wham Wazzle. Rarad 500. Only Shallow. Jar is the Skyrim of podcasts. Kind of true. Onion Creature. Harriet Broadley. Only Jarling who lives at I'm not reading that. Fuck you. Tom Berenek. A Singaporean Jarling has hit the tower. Oh, Jesus. Use code input brick in the Fortnite item shop, please. I'm being serious about this, Bear. I'm going to be honest, the previous one, I finished it in my head.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That special moment when Wankers descends from the shelf and enters your PS5, allowing you to immerse yourself in Durplant Gam. James is about to breach the blast door, so this may be my final message. Sincerely, the only a Lixney, sorry. Juicy delicious. Nah, that's good, babes. Cheers. Thomas Fountain. Big jaundice juices flowing out me mouth. Biscuit. Dream Awful 2142. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Misa, wanna wanga. That's an old school one.
That's
a return of a classic. Monkey poo, aka P as I say, not as I poo. Acolyte _ smoking that Paul McCart. This name is disgusting. No, I'm not reading it. Penn Island XDD. JDXO. Danny G, let's get bored. Milky piggy, silky, creamy donkey steam. The rumours are not true. Got Tamar. No prob. Got the job. Hot bod. Heartthrob. Scotch guard. At the bar. With cotton swabs. Dart lob. Sexually violent Dibby. Burger. Adam Johnston. Tom Bewis. Charlie Milk is best Charlie. All praise Charlie. Ting Ting Tingle Wim Tam. Super Crunchers. Joel Stewart. Big Whoops. Gramblo. Cooter Panda. Lucy Ties and Asian Anal Queen. The Pooh Man. What was Stewie using the knee pads for? I don't get it. Me neither, dude. I'll never know what that meant. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
You
There's
wonderful
some good ones
people.
in there.
Some classics. The return of some classics.